Alright, guys, class is in session. Today's episode of Ruri Rocks, episode 8, was all about water quality. And if you think about it, water quality is actually pretty fucking gross. For some of you, maybe it's a gift from God. But if you bought someone's certain bath water, might want to reconsider your choices. In all honesty, that's all it really is. The drinking quality in our faucets and all this stuff is pretty much just bath water. Ruri's bath water at that. It's not just Ruri's bath feet water. You know, what was that girl? What was that person's name again? I forgot, bro. I forgot. She was like selling her bath water, right? Long story short, and people were buying it for like $100. But that's all our sewage is. All our sewage is, all the water that comes from our faucets, all the water used to take showers and stuff is just recycled water. Like rainwater, sewage water, toilet water. And so this episode reminded me of how gross our water actually is. Now, mind you, I have visited a water plant and I saw how our water is cleaned, and I gotta say, it's pretty miraculous. The amount of bacteria they use to make our drinking water just to get to point A, to where it's like pretty much just sewage, and to point B, to where we're literally drinking this stuff, showering in it, giving it, putting it in baby formula. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, they hit it with some chlorine or something. I forgot what it's called. It's like 1 parts in 50,000 or some shit. I don't know. I knew a guy who would do this stuff on a regular. He would always tell me over and over again. 1 part in 50,000 of chlorine, or whatever the fuck sanitizes their water. But yeah, guys, when you think about it, that's all we're really just drinking. So the fact that you would, I don't know who did it, but they were buying bath water. It's like, bruh, you literally got ripped off. Belle Delphine, that was her name. Yeah, if you were buying Belle Delphine's bath water, you got ripped off, because bath water is all around us. Feet water is all around us. Everything affects everything. Just like here in Ruri Rocks, we learned that, they visited like this factory. I'm going to show you guys really quick. The factory was like pretty much leaking into the environment. And then I'm thinking like, brah. Oh yeah, then they found this sweet ass rock over here. Is like a goldenish rock in this abandoned building. This was actually like a really fun episode. Going into this abandoned building. Pretty much they could have, this shit could have collapsed on them. And it could have been game over, bro. I really don't know what... Bro, they're getting way too adventurous. Way too brave. So, yeah, so they entered this fucking abandoned building just to find this golden stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but I don't think risking your life for some rocks is necessarily worth it. But hell, it's a very important research. And I support it. But, yeah, I don't know if I would honestly go out and do it myself. So yeah, guys, don't buy bath water anymore. That's what this episode's all about. Is bath water is all around us. Feet water is all around us. The water plants could only do so much. When they purify the water, it's only purified to 99.99%, guys. Right? It's not 100% purified. No matter what you do, even if you buy like a purifier and a purifier, you're only going to get 99.99. It's never going to be 100%. So that 0.01%. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a scientist. This is just for like, I'm just throwing it out there. Possibility. This is an hypothesis. This is not an actual serum. But that 0.01% could be anything. It could be like feces. It could be fucking feet water. I don't know. But it's literally driving our society. It's literally driving our evolution as human beings. Think about that. This is extremely profound. This is extremely like, bro, this is like scary stuff right here that we're talking about. Yeah, so this episode was honestly just fucking fantastic. This was theater right here. This is groundbreaking research. And it's just, man, if you don't learn about water, like growing up, you're never going to realize how gross our water actually is. Now, I'm only saying it's gross because it's only 0.001% gross. Everything else, 99.99%, is purely purified or over purified. You know, that chlorine or whatever the fuck they clean it with is just going to dry out your skin, and it's not going to make things any better. But it is purified. You know, it's not going to necessarily get you sick, but it's probably going to dry out your skin and not going to make you any smarter. Probably kill some brain cells here and there because it's just too fucking clean. You know, when they say, you know, too much of a good thing is not always a great thing, you got to have moderation. So it's not like they can get the formula to purify water perfectly. So even if you purify the water, you do all this stuff, if you over purify water, you're not gonna have those minerals that you actually need. So yeah, like I know, I still watch Eddie Hall. You know, Eddie Hall the Beast. He's like the world's strongest man. You know, I watched one of his videos, and he had like the ultimate water purifier, like period, because this guy goes all out for his recovery. You know what I'm saying? And he had the ultimate water purifier, but he said in the video, this water is so purified, he just destroyed every type of mineral in it, and it is just like really soft water. Like there's like no minerals in it. There's nothing. There's no vitamins in it. It literally is not gonna do anything for you. Not even hydrate you, because it's not gonna have any electrolytes. So you know what he did? He would add like a pinch of salt or some sea salt or some red, like pink stuff, Himalayan salt. And so he was like, I have to add this in my water because he purified it way too clean. So if you do over purify water, that's what you get. You get a husk of nothingness. Then you got to add your own shit to it. That's probably the smartest way of doing things, honestly. So that's why this is not a sponsorship or nothing. This is what I do, guys. See, rescue salt. This shit has legit. Let's see, what does this say? Unrefined, hand-harvested sea salt from protected marine areas rich with nourishing minerals. Now, what minerals? Like sodium, magnesium, 5 milligrams. Total carbohydrate, 0 grams. Protein, 0. What the heck? Amount per serving, calories. So, yeah, it has some minerals in it. Electrolytes. It says it has 87 trace minerals. Wow, why doesn't it have it listed? Probably on the actual packaging. But yeah, so you gotta add your own shit to it, guys. If you buy like purified waters, that's fine. Just don't drink it straight, like, because it will fucking purify your body and make you break out. Like, you probably get bad skin and stuff. You know, you're gonna flush out, you're gonna detox all your minerals from your body if your water is way too purified. You want to have some impurities in your water. You know, that bath water might actually fucking save you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's insane. So that's today's that's today's lesson for today. Bath water might actually provide good minerals. You know, that 0.001% that's not purified is what's, like I said, it's driving our evolution. Otherwise, the 99.99% of purity is just too pure. There's no minerals in it. So we have to have our water unrefined, unpurified, so that those minerals in that 0.01% of our water that is technically purified, is what's providing all your electrolytes, all your minerals, all this other shit that you need. Your electrolytes. To keep you balanced and keep you moving and keep us evolving. It's just amazing when you think about it. Alright, so here are the key points. We're drinking bath water. Technically feet water. Sewage water. But like I said, I'm not a scientist. I'm not none of this shit. I'm just speaking in gist. I'm speaking in generalities. It may or may not be real. Take it as a grain of salt.